Check. Mic check. Mic check. Ready? All right. Welcome to Scrilltown. This is Mr. Scrilltown himself, aka Fetty Skrills, aka Mr. Fetty. Tuning back in on a Monday night show. And tonight, we have as our guests the hot Scrilltown MO slash Sony recording artist Ashley.
Hello.
Yeah, she's tuning in. She's gonna be in all night tonight. She got one of the hottest singles out right now called "Not This Time." Um, so Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a mother of two, first and foremost. I have two little boys. I've been at this thing since a young child, like a lot of artists are. But it's the only thing I've ever really stuck to. I never grew up with toys and movies and cartoons. It was all music. It was all microphones and CDs and magazines and things like that, and a lot of dreaming. And now here we are.
All right. So, yeah, let me back up a little bit and tell you about how we got acquainted. So, I started the management company in January, and it was like I said on last week's show. It was a couple people that reached out, but Ashley was the first one to reach out. She reached out to me and was looking for management, and we discussed things about our past and past situations with music, and I agreed. It's a lot of people out here that do a lot of shady things when it comes to the music industry. That's why I always encourage artists and people in the music business that you can never learn too much. So we discussed things, and she had already had music. She had already had a fan base. So I checked her out. I did my research, and then before you know it, we were working together. One thing I can say about Ashley is that she is highly talented. It took no time for her to write songs. It took no time for us to get in the studio and put things down. She's very talented, but what I liked about the whole situation was that she already had her fan base, and she had followers. So tell us a little bit about your followers, the people, performances, past performances, and stuff like that. Just give us a little insight about what's been going on prior to you linking up with Scrilltown MO.
So when I really first started this, I started this more as my piece, my go-to when I needed quiet time. And I quickly found out through performances and my first album release back in 2017, Beautiful Chaos, that females were reaching out to me due to my music because it was touching them in a way that they could heal them.
Mm-hmm.
And I never once thought about that. I never once thought about my audience reaction. It was just something I was doing. It's something I always wanted to do. It's something that I loved.
Mm-hmm.
I had a performance at a little local venue, really tiny venue. I drug my mom along, and I, at the time, had just recorded that day my #1 fan.
Okay.
Nobody knew about it. And I drug her on stage. It was 11:30 at night. Everybody was getting tired and restless, and we drug her up there, and I sung it to her, and nobody knew. And as I'm looking over the crowd, every single female in the crowd and the DJ and other people were just crying, sobbing,
Wow.
crying. And that's when it really hit me that I can heal others who may think they're the only ones going through things.
Right.
And then that was the motivation, and it just took off. And so it was just absolutely incredible.
Okay, so I know that going into 2020, you had a project that you had been working on called Diamonds and Nightmares. Tell us a little bit about the concept of how you came up with that name, and what's to come on that project.
Well, with that one, it was very similar to my first one. I wanted a title that was very contradicting because everybody's got ups and downs. And at the time, I was going through a lot of ups and downs myself. So I wanted something that was going to contradict like that. So having the diamonds, to represent like the good life, but then you also had nightmares because behind closed doors, people are suffering. You know, they're
Right,
going
right.
through things that maybe others don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And so there again, I wanted to help heal through my music, and I knew that I wanted a title that was going to give that.
Okay, okay, yeah. And see, that's why I like, you know, the whole creativity, the look of that album cover is very, very revealing. It makes a lot of sense. Give us a couple of the names of the songs that you're gonna have on that album, on that Diamonds and Nightmares.
Absolutely. I have a song on there called No Plan B. And what that represented for me was, this is what it is. This is what a higher power gave me, and there is no second option.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's going to be. This is what I have to do to succeed. I also released a song called Talk to Me, and that has been one of the biggest hits I've had, where it was a memorial track. However, instead of being more personalized,
Mm-hmm.
it was very universal. And unfortunately, a lot of us have lost someone or someone's close to us that can relate to that. Shortly after I released that, I had a couple relatives pass away, and it was very connected to my heart, even though it wasn't personal.
Right.
So anybody could utilize it and felt comfort with it, and there again, just helping others.
Okay, cool, cool. So tell us about Talk to Me. As far as, is that the tribute song about the fallen officers as well?
That is. A few years ago, in June of 2018, I believe it was,
Okay.
we had two Wyandotte County, Kansas sheriff deputies
Mm-hmm.
who lost their lives to gun violence, unfortunately, while on the job. At that time, I was working right next door to the facility where they were unfortunately murdered.
Wow.
And we were so close, we were actually put on lockdown before the paramedics even arrived. My boss witnessed it at the time. It was just super close to home.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though I didn't know those two deputies in particular,
Mm-hmm.
I still felt like I needed to do that.
Right.
I have a lot of friends and family that are in the sheriff's department.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took it and I rolled with it. I actually just submitted that over to Sheriff Don Ash of Wyandotte County.
Okay.
So the whole department's got to hear it.
Nice.
And they got to have a good cry with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
That's
they found a lot
unfortunate
of comfort in it.
situation.
Yeah.
So going into 2021,
Mhm.
so going into the Sony deal. Now, if you guys don't know, Scrilltown MO has secured a distribution deal through Sony Music Entertainment. So Ashley, Mark Free, Bobby Lee, Mansa Ace, Young D Lokesta, Queen, they all are going to be having upcoming projects come out through Sony, and there'll be a couple others as well that we're working towards. Now, with your project, tell us what kind of concept you want to come with in 2021.
So we are going to kind of switch it up from a lot of emotional to just a lot of fun flavored, sensual, exciting things, as well as still keeping everybody in mind and trying to touch base on a little bit here and there on subjects, but we're going to make it very, very fun and sensual.
Nice. So who do you want to work with as far as features on this new project? Like if you had like if you had the will that you could work with anybody, who would you want to work with on this project?
I want to work with Chris Brown.
That's
who I want to work.
Chris Brown.
I wanna
Okay.
work with Chris
She's
Brown.
going all out.
I'm going, hey, all or nothing, baby.
Yeah.
All or nothing.
Okay, okay.
I'm so open because, there's not anybody like I wouldn't work with, if it matches, our chemistry matches. But yeah, I'm a sucker
Still
for
thinking
Chris Brown.
Chris Breezy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris
Shout out to
Breezy.
Chris Breezy.
So what about female artists? Who would you have in mind to work with if you had the opportunity? Who would you work with?
So like established artists?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, there's so many. There's so many just beautiful women out there. My biggest inspiration growing up was Celine Dion.
Oh man.
That was my ultimate.
Yeah.
And if I ever got a chance just to say hello to her, I'd probably hit the floor. Her, Tony Braxton.
Yeah. Yep.
Sierra. There's so many.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So while we're talking, like I said, we got Ashley from Ashley Martin Music. So what about the name change? because at first when I first met
Mhm.
Ashley, it was Ashley Martin,
Mhm.
but now it's Ashley and it's spelled ASHLII.
Yes.
So how'd you come up with that?
So we decided to change it. There is an established artist out there in a different state. I think she's more on the country genre.
Yep.
And her name was Ashley Martin. Originally, I was just going to have Ashley Martin. I was just going to keep my name and just keep it very kind of basic, very easy. But when I found that out, out of respect and, legal purposes, I wanted to just go ahead and change it. Well, when I decided to shorten it to Ashley, I felt like Ashley with the EY was just, it wasn't catchy enough. It really wasn't. There's so many Ashleys out there. So I decided to just switch it up a little bit and throw those two eyes on there, and it looks pretty. It's attractive. It's easy to say still, and it's still easy to spell, because you want that audience to be able to hear it and say it very easily, be able to spell it and search it very easily. So we just kind of went that route.
Absolutely. So I noticed that your Reverb Nation page is blowing up. How long have you had the page, and tell us the accomplishments that you've had on this page?
I've had that page probably since I started back in about 2016 or 17. And when I first got it, everything was still fresh. I wasn't as heavy into it. I was just learning the ropes. And so, but it got up there, and then shortly after I released my #1 fan and my first CD, Beautiful Chaos, it started just jumping and going up and going up. I was getting messages left and right from my fans across the globe, and I was just like, wow, this is really real.
Right.
It's really real. And that was my motivation. I had to keep going. I had to push it.
So I know you said that, was it last month that you were like the #1 R&B artist in Kansas or something?
On Reverb, I was in the top 3 for the longest. There's another platform, #1music.com.
Okay.
And my song "Talk to Me" is still #1 in the state of Kansas to this day.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I said, so with the "Not This Time" track, that song was released approximately 60 days ago. It's a very touching track. I like the beat. I like the vibe. It's a lot of people out here that love that song.
Right.
That song has been in rotation for, like I said, 60 days, and as of yesterday, it has over 23,000 streams on Spotify. That's a huge accomplishment. Tell us a little bit about the concept on "Not That Time," like "Not This Time." Tell us how you came up with the idea of it.
I actually had a good friend and fan message me, and I listen to my fans. Every email I get, I really read through and just listen to their pain, listen to their struggles. And somebody was going through a situation where they were trying to start a relationship, but they just felt some type of way about it. And it, their gut was right. That didn't work out. It ended up going completely south, and it was just I had a beautiful beat to go with it, and I just took their concept and we created this song. All
right, yeah. So yes, and that, I mean, like I said, that song came together so quickly. It was like as soon as I sent over the track to you, and shout out to Rick and Thaddeus for that beat, man. But it was nothing. It took a matter of days for her to write this track, and I love it. And but with that being said, I know it's more things to come, from you. So since you've been a part of Scrilltown MO, like what have you learned as far as your career prior and now? Like, are you getting more fans involved? Are you more involvement from fans? Are you getting more requests to feature? Or are you getting like, what has been the difference? Like,
absolutely. I actually, every day it seems like I have people that I've never heard of just message me, hey, can we hop on this? Can we do this together? I'm really trying to get this started, and I know you're a great representation of how this is supposed to be. And so I have fans across the globe. I've had a fan from New Zealand message me a couple days ago and was talking about the career and the new CD coming out. So it's just it's a growing thing. And you really just have to stay humble about it.
Yeah.
Listen to people, listen to advice that you may get, and you know, you could choose to run with it or not. But just staying humble and just keeping an ear out and just keeping to the promoting and the marketing, and you'll get there.
Okay,
you'll
so
get there. Don't give up.
On that point, let me give a shout out to my cousin Brandon Murray. Shout out to No Cap Trey. Shout out to Queen. I see that y'all all tapped in on the show. We need more. We need more people to tap in. You know, we're gonna continue to grow every week, Monday night, 7 p.m. So one of the things that we're working on, Scrilltown MO / Sony is working on right now, is an artist mixtape competition. I posted it earlier today, and I know I have a lot of people out here that are concerned and they have questions. So basically how it goes is that I'm putting together a mixtape that's going to be released through Sony. It's going to be the second mixtape actually released after the street music. All artists and producers have an opportunity to be on this project, but I'm taking submissions, and all the information is on the front of my page. But what the good and cool thing about it is that the top 2 artists songs have a chance to get a Sony distribution deal for a year. And what that basically entails is that'll be 1 single with promotion, and then it'll also be an EP. That's for a 12-month period. So if you have any other questions, you can always tap in. You can hit me up on Facebook Messenger, or you can hit my email up, or you can also go to the website scrilltownmobusiness.com. But yeah, it's a good opportunity for some artists, talented artists. I know it's all type of talented artists on the web right now. And like I said, you know, we've been promoting music for the last 6 months since I established this management company. We've had 7 singles on the radio, and we have 3 of them that are global. So they're being played, you know, outside of the United States. It's a good opportunity. You'll have a major indie distribution deal for a year, and you know, granted, it is a submission fee, but you know, it's all about investing when it comes to your music career. Nothing's for free, and you know, the free things are for dreamers. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's like anything else. Whatever you put in it is what you'll get out of it. So you know, shout out to all my fans and friends, family, supporters. But yeah, like I said, going into 2021, not only is the clients and artists that are on the Scrilltown MO imprint management company team, will they be offered that Sony contract, but it'll also be 2 others outside of that. So get your submissions in. It's gonna be a hot mixtape, and you know, with that, you know, I'm gonna ask Ashley to possibly give us a little acapella.
All right, we can do that. First off, I wanted to say I really kind of wanted to shout out to a couple people, because one thing I want my fans to know is never forget where you came from.
Absolutely.
When I very first got started, I never thought about writing my own song. Never, not once. And I had one gentleman that got me started in it, and his name is Joe Solo.
Okay.
And so I really give credit where credit's due, irregardless of what the friendship is like now. He really pushed me to write and pushed me to record. It was just absolutely incredible, and that's really where it really got started.
Absolutely.
You know,
shout out to Joe Solo.
To definitely shout out to him, and to my kiddos.
Shout out to the kids.
The kiddos,
you gotta love
my
the
family.
Kids, man.
You got to. They push me every day. That's my world. But yeah, we could do that. I'm actually writing a song called "What If."
Okay.
And so I'd be happy to give you a couple little bars.
Here we go, Ashley with the acapella.
What if I go with you tonight? What if I see something I like? These walls are so high, but you might be that guy. What if I fall in love tonight?
There we have it. And with that, we will go to break. Tune in. Don't forget, tap in, hit us up. We want some calls. If you want to call, it's 816-599-6893. And we'll be back with Welcome to Scrilltown.
Hey everybody, this is Scatter. You might remember me from way back in the Zodiac days. Be sure and check us out. We're going to be here every day from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. It's old school with Scatter. Scatter's back. Check me out on the internet, KUAW.org. For all you Paseo Central Manulite people, want you to remember that in the 60s and the 70s, we had some good music. If you want to hear some of the Temptations, some of Smokey Robinson, some of the Tim Free, things that you don't get every day, DJ Scatter remembers he's going to have it for you.
Bank of Blue Valley is a proud sponsor of KUAW Radio. At Bank of Blue Valley, we believe that an understanding of financial values sets individuals up for a strong future. Whether you want to talk about checking and savings accounts, review lending alternatives, or discuss starting your own business, we have the right people to listen and advise. Visit us at bankbv.com to get started today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to 98.5. This is KUAW, Kansas City, Missouri. Glad you're listening. Keep tuning to the new voice in Kansas City.
Hi, my name is Felania Johnson, and I'm a freshman at Purcell Academy of Fine and Performing Arts.
My name is Mayan Charity, and I'm a 7th grader at Lincoln College Preparatory.
STEM is a program about science, technology, engineering, and math. More girls our age should get more involved in the program because there's a shortage of black girls in STEM.
African American women make up just 2% of engineers. Roughly 1/3 of students of color express an interest in STEM. Most black women think that STEM is too challenging. We are sisters in STEM, and we are encouraging young black teens to join STEM.
If you're interested in more information, please contact Ina Montgomery at 816-866-6340.
Tycon Company, LLC, specializes in a wide range of construction services, which includes the removal and replacement of concrete curbs, sidewalk, driveway, and paving. They pride themselves in the quality of their service.
All right. Welcome to Scrilltown. Like I said, this is your boy, Mr. Scrilltown himself, and we also have Ashley from Ashley Martin Music, Scrilltown MO, and Sony recording artists in the building. So back to that Not This Time. We're gonna let our listeners hear a little bit of it. For the ones that haven't, I'm telling you, gotta go out and check it out. Download your copy. It's on all digital platforms. It's a song that, you know, like I said, every time I listen to it, it's like I've heard it for the first time. But yeah, you know, like she said, it's you know, it was one of them things where somebody reached out to her, and you know, and she had a situation that she knew about. So we're gonna let you hear it. So yeah, but no, like I said, you know, Ashley, she's got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of upcoming projects. Now, are you gonna release the Diamonds and Nightmares before 2020, or are you gonna go kind of roll it in, you know, with the new single? Tell us a little bit about what your you know, thoughts and
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get it released before 2020.
Okay.
It's gonna be an EP. So yeah, we're gonna try to get that out there as quick as possible.
Okay. And you know, like I say, you guys tap in, man. We're trying to get, you know, more and more people each week. So as the schedule goes, we're gonna have next week. We're gonna go with Brandon Carter from Megatron Music, and then we'll take a 1 week break, and after that, we're going into let me see exactly who we got coming up, so I don't want to get it wrong. Let's see. Not This Time. Okay, yeah, so as the weeks go on, we have Big B, which is Brian Carter from Megatron Music.
Street music.
Anarchy. We have Mike Boss, Rich Nation, Sony, UMG, and Warner Brothers. We got Mondo and Bond James Hard from Sony Music and SM1 Entertainment. We got Kareen Hanna from Cash Money Records, and the list goes on and on. We're going to continue to have interviews, they won't only be music, but we want to start off strong. So like I said, every week just tap in. We're gonna have good new music. We'll have, trending topics and so forth. But yeah, man, that's what we're trying to do. So I think we're ready to hear it. Like I said, Ashley, but not this time.
Street music and meditation. Scrilltown MO.
You tried to convince me you were different. Now it's time to say goodbye.
In the beginning, you said to me that I'm the only one, the woman of your dreams. I fought against it, said that we would never be more than. You stopped me, swore that we would be more than friends. You kept persistent, caught my interest, and I couldn't ignore.
That's the instrumental, though.
Now every day I kept waiting for your call, falling for you more and more. Now
Week 2 of technical difficulties. That's all good. We gonna figure it out. Okay, we gonna figure it all out. Yeah.
That pain I felt before, I can't take it no more. Not this time. Should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. No, this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it. No. A little later we would sit and talk about things. Having a little one, even a diamond ring. But still I felt that something wasn't right. You switched it up on me and everything became a fight. Tell me what I said, tell me what I did to make you go against everything you promised. Now I'm sitting here looking like a fool for believing all the things you said. You never put me through. This time, should I stay, should I go? There's some things I don't know, I just
nothing's perfect, you gotta your bumps, take your bumps when you can. We'll figure it out. We'll laugh about this and next year. But
should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. This time, that pain I felt before, I can't take it. No. Funny thing is, I ain't even mad at you. I'm mad at me for loving you, for really thinking that you could be mine. For believing every single lie, but I won't.
Yeah, that's the
on the
actual
past.
song.
It's time to go. Let me pack my bags. I wish you all the best. Time to get some rest. Never again will I deal with broken promises. Not this time. Should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. I just not this time. That pain I felt before, I can't
Shout out
take
to
it
Josh
no
Cox
more.
for mastering it up.
This time, should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. No, this time, that pain I felt before, I can't take it. No. In the beginning, you said to me that I'm the only one, the woman of your dreams. I fought against it, said that we would never be more than. You stopped me, swore that we would be more than friends. You kept persistent, caught my interest, and I couldn't ignore. Now every day I kept waiting for your call, falling for you more and more. Now this time, should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. I just not this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it no more. Not this time. Should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. No, this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it. No. A little later we would sit and talk about things. Having a little one,
Yeah,
even a diamond ring. Still I felt that something wasn't right. You switched it up on me and everything became a fight. Tell me what I said, Tell me what I did to make you go against everything you promised. Now I'm sitting here looking like a fool for believing all the things you said you never put me through. Now this time, should I stay, should I go? There's some things I don't know, I just not this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it no more. Not this time. Should I stay, should I go? There's some things I don't know. Not this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it, no. Funny thing is, I ain't even mad at you. I'm mad at me for loving you, for really thinking that you could be mine, for believing every single lie. But I won't dwell on the past. It's time to go. Let me pack my bag. I wish you all the best. Time to get some rest. Never again will I deal with broken promises. Not this time. Should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. I just not this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it no more. Not this time. Should I stay? Should I go? There's some things I don't know. Not this time. That pain I felt before, I can't take it, no.
Like I said, that's a vibe. Not This Time by Ashley. Like I said, shout out to Josh Cox. Shout out to Rick and Thaddeus. The Street Music album that's getting ready to drop in November. It has a lot of tracks from Rick and Thaddeus, man. They just do a good job making beats, making real good music. We got a couple other, producers on there. We got TXD. We got the Kid Gorin. Got a lot, a few of them on there. But yeah, Rick and Thaddeus, they so like versatile. They know how to make trap beats. They can make R&B beats. They can do it all. So that's one of the tracks that they've made, and show a lot of love to them. But yeah, like I said, that's a vibe. That song is in rotation right now on Outlaw Radio in Canada. We still working on some more promotion for it. Shout out to DJ Outlaw out there. But yeah, she's a talent, and everybody that's coming to the table from Scrilltown MO got a different type of talent. Like, we got a real versatile roster. We got rappers, we got singers, we got models, we got we even got international artists. Shout out to Live Live Global out of Ghana, and shout out to Jigaboo from Johannesburg. But we looking on working with them too. We just gonna continue to move. We ain't nothing like any other management company out here. I don't try to mimic anybody. But yeah, Ashley, she's doing her thing out here, and just continue to show her support. What do you want to tell our listeners? Getting ready to wrap up the show, but what do you want to tell our listeners about what's to come for Ashley?
We got loads. We've got so much stuff coming. Just really stay tuned. There's been so much growth from the time that I first started until now. So if my fans loved it then, it's endless.
Damn.
We got a lot.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah, and like I said, put your submissions in, for the mixtape, the artist mixtape competition, because I'm wanting to give away 2 contracts in 2021 outside of what we're doing. And just holler at me. You can go online, check it out. Shout out to Mike Boss. Shout out to all my people over at Hot Noise. Happy birthday, Dave Ransom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, shout out to Lady V, Swag, Tony B, AR, all of them.
And I want to kind of cut in here and tell my fans, and tell anybody checking it out. As cliche as it sounds, don't give up. I went through a variety of different people who swore they were going to do this with this music and do this, and it was just nothing but heartache.
Mm-hmm.
And, you guys, shout out to Scrilltown, because he really just picked me up under his wing, and we just took off. you never know. You know, the day that you decide
Absolutely.
to give up,
Yep.
5 minutes later, you could meet your soulmate, whether it be in a business or relationship. You just don't know.
Absolutely.
So don't stop. If you got a passion, if your brain can think it, your body can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So do not stop.
Yep, and I appreciate that. Like I said, you know, when we had the interview with Mark Free, you know, I've never been one of those people that's gonna promise anything I can't do. You know, we still working.
Absolutely.
You know, and like I said, Mike Boss, he gave us the opportunity to secure this deal with Sony, and you know, he didn't put nothing on the table that he could promise us, but he just gave us the opportunity to, you know, step through the door. So now, with that being said, we have an opportunity to go out here and make the world see what's going on with Scrilltown MO. You know, and like I said, it's a management company. You know, and we just gonna continue to grow. Be on the lookout for the book that's coming out in November. Yes, I Can. 15 Mindsets of an Entrepreneur. I do have a chapter in that book, and that also is one of the books that's supposed to be pegged as one of the international bestsellers. Shout out to Iz, you know, who's basically orchestrating that whole collective book. But yeah, we're gonna continue to do things. Go online, get your Scrilltown clothing.
Absolutely.
You know, check out Ashley's music. You know, but yeah, you know, everybody just tap in. Like I said, every week we're gonna be bringing in more people. You know, we'll be bringing in people from the community. We'll be bringing in athletes. We'll be bringing in entertainers, comedians, and so forth. If you guys wanna do an interview, shoot me a message, and you know, I can put you on the schedule right now. And I'm booked all the way up until November. I think the first week of November we got Kareen Hanna from Cash Money Records, but up until then we got interviews from like producers, A&Rs, singers, rappers, and so forth. And I want to get everybody that's a part of the Street Music and Bag Money mixtape as an interview. So we're gonna wrap the show up. Shout out to KUAW. I'm off now. Shout out to Chris Jackson for, you know, giving me the plug. Shout out to Mr. Walker. And you know, I'm gonna give my other shout outs. Mark Free, Mansa Ace, Tish, Queen, Bobby Lee, Young D Lokester, Mike Sounds, Josh Cox, the whole Hot Noise, Rich Nation, and everybody else. And we just gonna wrap it up. Absolutely. And like I said, have a good weekend, have a good week. God bless, and we out.
Individuals up for a strong future. Whether you want to talk about checking and savings accounts, review lending alternatives, or discuss starting your own business, we have the right people to listen and advise. Visit us at bankbv.com to get started today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to 98.5. This is KUAW, Kansas City, Missouri. Glad you're listening. Keep tuning to the new voice in Kansas City.
Hi, my name is Felania Johnson, and I'm a freshman at Purcell Academy of Fine and Performing Arts.
My name is Mayan Charity, and I'm a 7th grader at Lincoln College Preparatory.
STEM is a program about science, technology, engineering, and math. More girls our age should get more involved in the program because there's a shortage of black girls in STEM.
African American women make up just 2% of engineers. Roughly 1/3 of students of color express an interest in STEM. Most black women think that STEM is too challenging. We are sisters in STEM, and we are encouraging young black teens to join STEM.
If you're interested in more information, please contact Ina Montgomery at 816-866-6340.
Tycon Company, LLC, specializes in a wide range of construction services, which includes the removal and replacement of concrete curbs, sidewalk, driveway, and paving. They pride themselves in the quality of their service, but more importantly, with the quickness in which they provide those services. Their primary goal and objective is to achieve 100% customer satisfaction, and they won't settle for anything less. Their crews travel within a 100-mile radius of the Kansas City, Missouri metropolitan area, which includes cities on both sides of the Kansas and Missouri state line. Tycon Company, LLC, 4435 Prospect Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri 64130, 816-921-0473. Tycon Company, LLC, quality with quickness. Proud sponsor of Wake Up KC.
This is Quentin Lucas, speaking on behalf of KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. Make sure that you gain that knowledge listening to this station and following us on Facebook Live. KUAW, making sure our community has a voice.
You are listening to The Lene Gray Show on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom.
This is your host, Kay Brooklyn, and our wonderful co-host, Dre B. This is the Love Project Radio Show, where it's all love, all the time.
We definitely want you to tune in to the Love Project Radio Show every first and third Sunday of the month. And also the show starts at 4 p.m. So please tune in. We discuss different topics from relationships to things that are going on in the world. Again, the Love Project Radio Show at 4 p.m. on every first and third Sunday.
We'll make you laugh, we'll make you cry, and most importantly, we'll make you love.
What's happening, everybody? Jazz trumpeter Tom Jamaica Funk Brown wishing all of my KUAW fans season's greetings and the warmest Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.